Okay. You know what? I was gonna have this video be like partially a yap video, partially showing my fearless attempts with Lauma. Or sorry, with Nefer without Lauma. There's a stupid slip up there. I personally feel that with the way that I get enjoyment out of Genshin, you don't need Lauma for Nefer, and I sought to prove that by clearing all fearless bosses, including, the ones that don't chill nod cry as much, with Nefer without Lauma. And there's a million bits of nuances I could get into, but you know what? I just kind of want to let the results speak for themselves.
The light will never die.
You play. You're up. By royal decree. It all adds up.
Yeah, I have to wait for that, which is not ideal. Do this. God, the duration of that attack is so annoying. Okay, it's fine. Here we go. Do this. That. Okay, good. We don't have to funnel particles special now. Okay. You went out. What the frick happened there? Why did... What? Okay. Sure. Okay. I really wish I had my burst up there, but oh well. Well, I'm 100% confident it's doable now, by the way, but... so let's see what we can do. I gotta make sure we're hitting the boss, though. Ooh, we're encountering, oh, that's interesting, okay. You wanna know what we just encountered there? We encountered a sacrifice could be a valuable moment. You're right, alright. Not that hard. Yeah, I think that's... See, that really didn't take that long. You have to use an extra charge attack this time compared to before. Holy non-crits by the way. That was so unlucky. I just saw like 5 non-crits. Speaking of why crit rate is important, because your crit rate is about the same as what my crit rate is, but... that is a redo though, I think. Good. I do prefer having the burst start. Okay, do that. And don't hit the leaf with Nahida. Good. Okay. I think in this case we just do this. Not 100% certain that was the strat, but I think we do this. This. That. Whatever. Oh, don't get hit by that? Okay. No, that did not hit. Whatever. We need to just do some slow charge attacks. this. Not getting that leaf right now makes you a little sad. Okay, you guys have not why that that feels so good. Oh, this enemy sucks. Oh, that feels so good though. That feels so good. That's enemy. By the way, that took like 8 hours. I'm not kidding. Did seem to be a build issue, so you know, Kirara. Yeah, Kirara's on an EM. Alright, I also changed Kirara's build a little bit. I forgot. Sigurd Heart. Oh, man. This enemy is really fun, actually, to fight, though. it's a hilarious contrast compared to the Fatui. Bap. Ooh, got wizard buff. This might be it. Ooh, why am I spending so long there? Whoopsies. I had a mistake. Didn't matter. Wizard buff too good. I think we got wizard buff twice there, and that's all it took. I'd say Herra was overall easier to like optimize than Sigurd because it's a big boss that, you know, it moves a little bit, and so you had a little bit of work around with like I know with circle impact. But it just had a higher DPS check than Sigurd. That's why I needed to use Widzith, right? So the interesting thing here, though, is I did not find that it made sense to use the C0R0 craftable. It just made a lot more sense to have extra energy in order to get Fischl's burst up earlier, and also just to speed up the rotations. The Kirara build I minorly changed, put her on a EM circlet, and that was just for the Nod Cry resonance buff. So yeah, overall Nefer build though did not change at all. Well, there you go. So I did it. Yeah. I think that does prove that Lauma is not needed for Nefer. But again, like too many of you, if you want to clear trivially easy, you're going to very much want Lauma. And Lauma is a much better character than Nefer as far as like value to your account goes, because she's broken as hell. I actually think she's one of the most unbalanced characters in the game. And, you know, I think Nefer's biggest problem is the difference that Lauma makes for Nefer. But I still enjoy this character a lot. She still feels the same to play to me without Lauma. So, anyways, but I already made that video, and that basically my feeling is the same. When you're not like just clearing things without thinking, because you're doing so much damage that you just like have so much wiggle room for making errors, it just doesn't matter, right? When you're pushing that boundary line, she has like an optimization, a routing path that is different depending on what the enemy is doing, and even though it has made me more frustrated with some of their aspects to Genshin's like enemy design, it has made me like them in other ways, right? Like it's weird in that it made me go insane, but I also made me appreciate some qualities in Nefer's kit. And I don't know, some people are gonna be like, you're just feeling Stockholm syndrome for coping for Nefer's kit, and like, I don't care, I guess, believe whatever you want to believe, but I'm gonna continue playing this character because I like playing her. Ultimately, I just kind of wanted to share in this video my Nefer fearless clears because it was fun to do. And like doing this kind of clear, like this didn't clear fearless difficulty on my account, right? Because you can't use the same character for all 3 bosses and get the rewards for it. But I think actually doing this kind of thing in Stygian Onslaught is a lot more enjoyable than doing normal full clears with 3 different teams. But anyways, maybe that's a video for another day to yap about how I think the way that a lot of people are playing Stygian is not the way to actually have fun in Stygian. Nefer has very clearly been a fairly divisive character on overall feel of play. Like people will have like, oh, she's not that valuable to an account because Lauma does more for your account than Nefer, blah, 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 blah. And like, sure, if you're trying to make efficient value progression, whatever, like I don't disagree, because I am of the opinion that most main DPS characters are relatively lower value compared to supports and offfielders, whatever. Like especially with how broken they've been making supports and offfielders lately. I just, yeah, like you want to get some amount of main DPSs, don't get me wrong, but like nobody needs to pull every main DPS, and I think asking for every main DPS to be a character that progresses every person's account crazily is just worsening the game's balance problem that's been happening lately. Like I think it's utterly insane to say that. So no, duh. Nefer is not anywhere near a must pull, and that's I think a good thing, and neither was Flynn's, and I think that's a good thing. We'll see what Columbina does to them. Hopefully, I kind of am worried that Columbina might buff both Flynn's and Nefer to frankly absurd levels. But point being, Nefer is a character that's very easy to skip because she is a main DPS, in my opinion. And that's kind of all there is to it. And if you don't want to get her because, you know, you didn't like her feel of play, because I've heard, you know, people say that they don't like the feedback that she has on, like, the visual feedback of her charge attacks and how her dash cancels feel. I really like how her dash cancels feel, but other people don't. And I wish there was better content that allowed you to trial Nefer right outside of the really simple test runs. But you can get a feel for like how Nefer's cancels work there, and if she doesn't feel good to you at a baseline doing that kind of thing, or just feel good, you know, holding her attack if you just want to play it the simple way, then you probably shouldn't bother pulling her, right? Trusting your gut on that one is probably a safe choice, right? Don't pull a character that feels bad to play to you, duh. So I don't know. I just don't want people to misinterpret this as like me trying to push people to pull for Nefer. I'm just telling you that I like Nefer a lot. And in fact, I have enjoyed her more than I thought it would. So yeah. Although I will say, I do think, I am quite annoyed. I don't know if you heard about this. In the content creator server videos, she had 100 more base elemental mastery than she has in the live version. They nerfed her like the day before the patch release, seemingly because the content creator server videos included showcases where like, wow, you could do this to get extra damage out of her with dash cancels, right? And it seemed like a panic nerf on Mihoyo's part of like, oh, they were worried Nefer would be too strong with the extra 100 elemental mastery in her base stats. I strongly feel that what that basically did was not affect the experience of using Nefer with Lauma at all, because Nefer with Lauma just feels really good and strong, and basically everyone will be happy with her getting Unga Bunga giant damage numbers with both of those characters, and both of them built decently well. I think the 100 EM loss on Nefer without Lauma would have been the difference. Like I mentioned, it took me 6 hours to clear Fatui Operative. I'm going to guess it would have taken me 2 hours instead of 6 hours to clear the Fatui Operative with an additional 100 EM in the same build I have. Like 100 EM does a meaningful amount for her, and it does a meaningful amount with Lauma too, don't get me wrong, right? When it comes to like the idea of pushing the boundary, every little bit of damage you have to push the boundary helps. And I feel like it's a really big mistake of them to nerf Nefer in a way that felt more perceptually important for her, lower investment teams that don't require as much gambling, for acquiring characters. I like Nefer. You don't have to pull for her. She's a main DPS. A main DPS I like. Yep.